Hello ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, and none of the above, welcome back to We Love Your Deck. For today's Mechanic Monday, we're going over Domain. Originally released in Invasion, Domain is a land's matter mechanic that specifically counts and focuses on the number of basic land types from 0 to 5 that you control. Domain wants you to play a 5-color deck containing at least one of each of the basic land types to get the most out of each of the effects. Each domain affects others other than their requirements of basic land types. When looking to determine how many basic lands you control, you'll be looking for any of the subtypes plains, islands, swamps, mountains, or forest. The number of each of these lands you control is irrelevant to Domain as long as that number is above 0. There are many non-basic lands with basic land types, such as the original dual lands from Revised or the shock lands from Ravnica, that will help with adding to your domain count. But if a basic land does not have a land type, such as a waste, it will not count towards Domain. If an instant, sorcery, or activated ability with a domain effect would activate, they would check the number of land types as the land is triggered, meaning that they won't scale if you have more lands afterwards. Whereas if a permanent with a static domain ability will continuously check the number of basics you control and therefore will scale or shrink as your number of basic types changes. Though we have commanders that focus on Domain, they aren't that powerful, with only having 2 colors meaning their effects can't be used to their full potential, like Zaro-Yanan, Scion of Ifrava, who, when they're tapped, will put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic land types you control. If you'd prefer a Reanimator commander, you do have Bordic Bonerattle, who, if you cast them as they enter the battlefield, will either fully reanimate something if it has a mana cost equal to or less than the number of basic land types, or will at least put it back in your hand. I'll be doing this every Monday, so if there's a mechanic you'd like me to cover, drop it in the comments. Since you made it this far, why not give me a follow? And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side, Planeswalkers. And remember, be good to each other.